Social Certification on Healthcare, Right Without Access by Daniel Pepe. Our health is socially linked to an economic and social condition in which we live. This condition, shaped by political, social, and economic forces, can create or destroy our personal health and well-being. People that are further down the social ladder usually run twice the risk of serious illness and premature death as those in the top. Social economic problems are now seen as health problems that must be addressed. As we can see here, millions of Americans are struggling every day to make ends meet. And millions of Americans don't have health insurance because it's not accessible to them. So many people find themselves on the streets with a family, with their children every day. There's a family that loses their job, their home, and they find themselves in shelters. A research study estimates that a third of homeless deaths are from treatable medical conditions such as respiratory disease and HIV. The combined impact of physical health conditions, poor mental health, substance misuse, the traumatic experience that lead people to becoming homeless, and the trauma that can result from sleeping rough or add to the burden homeless people carry every day. Despite these higher levels of medical needs, however, homeless people struggle to access health care. The system is fraught with barriers, inflexible services, and discrimination. Over the past few decades, the United States has witnessed a dramatic rise in the level of inequality among citizens, prompting concern that the growing concentration of wealth in the hands of a few threatens the core democratic principle of equal political voice and responsiveness to citizens. As we can see here, so many people in the United States don't have the position that they deserve to have, and so few have it and make more than they deserve to make. The growing economic inequality in the United States has garnered the interest of politicians, journalists, and political scientists over the past decades. Studies have documented the disparity in political participation of rich versus poor citizens, and noted that inequalities in activity are likely to be associated with inequalities in governmental responsiveness. This in turn produce policies that enhance economic inequality, and those policies contribute to the level of economic inequalities existing in society, within the society. Indeed, the government has a lot to do with the wealth distribution in our society. The people leaders in our government tend to only care about the rich and little about the needy, the ones that actually needs the proper help and care to go up in the society. As we can see here, there is a huge gap in state that did not expand Medicaid, and that is a very true and sad situation. For instance, by state, in Texas, 26% of the population don't have access to expand Medicaid. In Florida, 20% of the population don't have access to expand Medicaid. In Georgia, 11% of the population don't have expand Medicaid. In North Carolina, 8% don't have access to expand Medicaid. And by region, only like in the South alone, 89% of the population don't even have expand Medicaid. 89% of the population didn't expand Medicaid or have access to proper health care. People are suffering. They're losing their job. People need help every day. Citizens of the United States lose their job. And when they lose their job, they also lose their health care because of the price and cost of health care. 21 million people in the United States were unemployed in May, and more than 13% of the US labor force, one with more than half of the US adult population, depends on the employer or a family member employer for their health insurance. A key concern is that many of the newly unemployed have lost their health benefit along with their job, and that is unacceptable. The United States, I believe, can do better than that. When people lose their job, they lose everything, and it should not be the case. We as a society and the government, we are the people of the United States, must take into consideration the imperative and urgent needs of our people well-being for the better and brighter functioning of the country. Support, uplift, and help raise one another up toward a successful life, and realize that without proper health insurance and assistance, government assistance, without a proper intellectual recognition of one ability, whether it is the race, gender, and ethnicity, we as a nation will forever struggle to find the true happiness in life. Thank you very much.